So we purposefully wait to introduce while loops until after there's a fair understanding of for loops. We do this because even though while loops are sort of the more general form of a loop, we really want to push this idea of avoiding while loops whenever you can. Part of this is that while loops tend to have more computation overhead, and another part of this is that it's really easy to write an infinite while loop. So, if you know how many times you're going to perform a process, right? If you're iterating over a list, you know how many times that you're going to go through that list, or you probably do, because you know the length of the list. There are open-ended problems, but there are problems that seem open-ended that are in fact not. And let me just say that if you think a problem is open-ended and you're taking a first pass on it, by all means, use a while loop. But if your code is going to go into production, or if you want to have a more optimized solution, you're going to want to refactor that to a for loop at some point. It's just, it's a better way to go. Let me just say that. It's a better way to go. So with that in mind, let's just look at a simple while loop. And just to give you an idea of the syntax, so I'm going to say while true. So here's a beautiful thing about while true. While true is going to give you a running loop that will run infinitely. While true, print I'm infinite. And this will go forever, and that's great. But I'm not going to run this because I don't want to commit some infinite operation in general. Now, there are times where you do, and that's a different story that we're not going to tell here. But I'm going to use break really quick so that I can exit out of this while loop. So let me do just a counter, and let's set that counter to 100. And I'm going to put an exit condition. This is what we call this, an exit condition. If counter is less than 0, then break. This break will get us out of the while loop. I'm going to recommend in general, if you write a while loop, every time you write a while loop, include some sort of exit condition explicitly stated. Now, counter is never counting down here, so let me just make sure that I put that in here too. So minus gets 1, so we're going to start at 100, and once we get below 0, then we're going to hit this counter and we're going to break. Now we could actually just do this. We could say while counter is greater than 0, but I just want to do this for the moment, where we say while true, just to give you a sense of how you can just do that. You can say while true, and that will always be true, and you need to have an explicit exit condition. So let me run this, and let's just print done, just to demonstrate that. So we run this, I'm infinite. You know what? I'm apparently not infinite. So run that again. I'm not infinite, done. So that's the syntax of a while loop.